So I did concussions, and so first I wanted to learn what concussions are, and they're traumatic brain injuries that affect how your brain functions. And I have a video. Probably doesn't need the sound.
Y'all don't really want it now. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it now. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it now. I said so. I keep big bills up in my heart on the dirty like blood. So ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I throw the bad food line. In it to win it, to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cousin, your blood, but we ain't kidding. You think the jumping man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go for revenge. Have some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bed, pop up off all of your friends, man, please. This shit ain't cynical, man, no subliminal. I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Your mama comes, she want a soldier, not the type he in the tank, but in the rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, here comes the.
Those are like only football hits, but concussions don't just happen during football. Happens in other sports, and the two biggest sports with concussions is football and lacrosse. But 33% of all concussions happen during practice, so like during football practice when they're doing hidden drills, or just when you're practicing and playing, because you have more experiences during practice than you do during games. And then the effect. So people that play high contact sports had 14 to 25% smaller hippocampuses, and then people that weren't playing those sports. And the hippocampus is associated with memory, but it often can also be with spatial navigation, and then cognitive processing speed was also affected and slowed down by this. And this is where the hippocampus is in your brain. And then they also figured out during a study that it wasn't just those big hits that could damage your brain. They found out that the small blows that you get on a daily basis affected your brain in a big way. And even if you're not diagnosed with a concussion, people still had smaller hippocampuses and still had effects on their brain going on, which is the biggest problem that they can't fix right now. They don't, in the football, they're trying to stop that, but there's no way to stop all of these little hits that are happening. And then it can also cause depression and anxiety. And two players, Junior Seau and Adrian Robinson, both were former NFL players that committed suicide because of head injuries that they received while playing. And it's believed to be caused by CTE, which is a disease that causes brain tissue to degenerate. And Junior Seau said that he shot himself in his heart so that people could study his brain and learn more from it to be able to prevent this from happening. And then some symptoms of CTE is memory loss, confusion, impaired judgment, impulse control problems, aggression, depression, and eventually progressive dementia. So there's different types of concussions that you can get when you are diagnosed with one. So mild is a grade 1, and then your symptoms don't last very long. Sometimes it can be less than 15 minutes, and you don't lose consciousness. Moderate is a grade 2, and symptoms will be lasting longer than 15 minutes, and you still haven't lost consciousness when you were hit. And then severe is the ones where you see on those big hits during football and stuff, where the player loses consciousness, and effects can probably last maybe a week, and it could be longer depending on how bad it is. And then some treatments that they do is you should go to a doctor if you have any of these symptoms. Even if you might not have a concussion, it's better to be safe because they can end up doing serious effects to you in the long term. And even if it's a grade 1 or 2, you should still see it because you never know if something else happened. And grade 3, immediately you'll go to the doctor during the game. Like they'll cut you off and you'll go straight to the hospital. And they're going to do a lot of tests on you. Even if you have a grade 1, they'll test their coordination and reflexes, and it's like they always see them look in their eyes to see it's what they do and stuff. That's it.